Hi, welcome. My name's Kara. We're going to have a pretty vigorous little yoga practice, but it'll still be gentle in the best way. But we're waking up the animus inside of ourselves. So our structure will support the form that our soul is wanting to bring through down to the earth. So all that sounds pretty abstract, but it's going to be really great. We're just going to get into our bodies and let the spirit just fill us up. We're going to use a lot of breath to help facilitate that. So let's go ahead and come onto your mat. We're going to come into a standing position in mountain pose. And take a moment to just ground yourself here. So the feet can come hip width distance. We want to make sure that the outsides of the feet are parallel to the outsides of your mat. So check in with that. Make sure those toes are facing forward. And then we're going to reach those shoulders up toward the ears and then down and away. And do that 4 more times, up and down. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Last time. And down. And let's switch directions. Squeeze it back. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Just notice the differences side to side. It's okay. Accepting what we find. And when we're kind to what we find, just go ahead and shake it out. Then it's easier for us to tell ourselves the truth, right? If we punished ourselves for every little thing that we found, then maybe we would want to be so honest with each other being the different parts of our psyche. Don't worry. So we'll come up to the top of our mat now, and we're going to step it back for a crescent lunge. So right foot stepping back behind you. Woo! It's nice to have a wall just in case you lose your balance. Spike that back heel up so that it's right over the ball of your foot. And again, we have that front foot with the outside edge parallel to the mat. Square up your hips so hands can come onto your hips so that you are acting like a boss here. And oddly enough, that is one of those animus characteristics. It's that confidence, right? So before you act, before you do it, be the master in your actions. So we're here just building some heat now. We're going to go ahead and float the arms up overhead. Keep those shoulders out of the ears. Squeeze the thumbs back. If you have some tension in your shoulders here, you can come into cactus arms, or you can always come into like easy, lazy boy, easy chair kind of arm pose. And this one's really nice actually if you've got that neck tension because you can press into the neck right under the occipital lobe, squeeze it up toward the sky and give yourself a little adjustment. So I highly recommend trying that out. And then go ahead and bring those arms back up. We're going to come into a super brief warrior three. So hang with me. You're going to push into your front foot, reach those arms forward, or they can come out to your sides in airplane. Floating the back leg up, reach it back and long, and then step it up. Nice and easy, okay? So we're going to step that other foot back behind us. Nice big breaths to get us grounded, and then feel your feet on the earth. Feel all 4 corners of that front foot, and then really root down through your front heel. Again, we're checking in with alignment. We want that front edge of the foot parallel to the outside of the mat. So that's one of those masculine structures that's so good is that perfect alignment, really checking in with the precision being targeted with your actions. And then spiking that back heel up, reach into that ball of the foot. So feel the line from your left hip all the way back to that back heel. And then we'll float those arms up. I know it seems like, oh, we've been in this lunge for a long time, but that's how we're building the heat. It's kind of sneaky. So now take a really quick little gaze up toward your hands. Nice. And go ahead and reach the arms forward. Push into the front foot. Float the back foot off. Reach out through that back leg and then step it up and in. Nice. So this time, let's inhale, arms up. We're going to bring that right knee up toward the sky, not as high as the sky, just in line with your hip. And then step it back for crescent. Good, and we're going to switch out that action. So push into your front foot. We'll hinge at the hips to help us out a little bit here and bring it all the way back to that little tabletop. And now we're going to reach it back for warrior three. So extending the arms out in front, hands can come on hips if you've got a little balance challenge already. Woo! And then step it back in. Nice. So we're going to take that to the other side. Inhale, opposite leg up into that little tabletop. Step it back for your crescent pose. Go ahead and bring it all the way back up. Squeezing those arms down. Feel your triceps. Reach the fingertips down. And then take it for that warrior three. Reach, reach, reach. We're getting right into it today. Step it up. Nice. Shake it out. Good. Let's come into a little balancing posture. This is fun and easy. It's a nice thing to do when you're at the grocery store or standing in line somewhere. So I want you to root down through your right foot, and then you're going to start to just barely float your opposite foot off the ground, about a centimeter. And this is actually intended to strengthen the hips. So we're going to stay here for about 45 more seconds. And we're going to smile about it. Keep yourself entertained. So go ahead and let's really focus in on the alignment again. You're going to really press into that right heel so that you're rooted down, and feel the line from your hip all the way down to your heel, plugging you into the earth. Let yourself wobble. That's okay. Keep the waist nice and long. Stay upright through the spine. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Step that right foot down, the left foot down, and switch it out. So now left foot plants. You're going to go ahead and lift up that opposite foot, just barely off the ground. Staying long through the waist. Staying engaged. So send the weight into the heel. It's okay to tap the toe down if you lose your balance. Stay steady, stay with your breath. This is one of those moments where it's really easy to just check out and be gone, or be with your grocery list. And instead, I want you to really engage with yourself. Be here, be in your body. Take one more big breath. Let's hold it for 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and drop it down. Nice. All right. So we're going to take this into seated chair, sitting the hips back behind us, feet parallel, right underneath the hips. And then when you're ready, inhale, squeeze it up, squeeze the arms back, and then exhale, sit it back into your seated chair. And then this time we'll inhale, lift the arms up, and then squeeze the arms down and sit it back. Good. So inhale, lift the arms up. This time bend the elbows, thumbs next to the ears, and then bring that back down to the shoulders and squeeze it back. So we're just switching it up so you can't get used to anything. Hands come to heart center. Let's keep the spine nice and long. Your gaze about a couple feet in front of you. And then as you come up this time, let's open the arms out to the sides. Reach it out. And then squeeze the elbows in and bring those palms back into your prayer at the center of your heart. Now this time really lift the sternum up towards your thumbs. Let me show you. I want you to really reach the hips back behind you, but you're keeping the spine long and you're letting this little scoop come into your back so that your tailbone is really naturally reaching out behind you. All right, we're going to go ahead and lift it all the way up and find a nice side stretch. So interlace all the fingers except for the pointer finger. This is your Venus lock. Take it all the way up, and we're going to reach the spine up, grounding through the feet. Take it up toward the left side. Good. Really push down through that right foot. Find that big line. Maybe even press that hip out a little bit toward the right side. And then come on back to center. Big deep breath. Plug the heads of your shoulders down and then reach up and over for that opposite side. Keep those shoulders in line. Maybe even opening the left shoulder up a little bit more. Push down through your opposite foot. And then take it all the way back to center. And release those arms down. Let's roll the shoulders out again. And switch directions. Very nice. Take a little swirl around your spine, just releasing any tension through the low back. Very good. All right, we're going to come into our warrior two, stepping your right foot back behind you, left foot forward, and your back foot is parallel to the back of your mat. So it's at a 90-degree angle to your front foot. Front toes are facing forward. You're rooted into the front heel, and if you can, go for the 90-degree angle. If that's a little too, I'm going to show you my pant leg. If that's a little bit too deep for you, it's okay. Take it up higher. We never want to compromise form. We never want to cause pain. We're working on honoring our bodies. So then go ahead and open those arms out to the sides. Nice, very classic, strong warrior pose. So bring some femininity to it. Maybe create a little story in your mind. What is this warrior doing? What is this warrior fighting for a king? Is it fighting for its companion? Like, what is happening here? So just think on that for a moment. Feel into it. What would spark courage in your heart? What kind of event would it take for you to be the warrior in your life? And then when the burn is good enough, take that backhand and the back of it to the low back. Swap out your front palm, send it up toward the sky. Lengthen, reverse. Good, and then go ahead and come on back down with that arm, straighten through the front leg, and we're going to take it into a side angle, just dropping your front arm down. Keep the waist nice and long, so you don't have to go all the way down with the arms, but you can if that feels good, and if you can stay long through your spine. It may not feel all that good, it may feel pretty uncomfortable, but as long as you can keep your proper alignment here, not dumping, not caving, not trying to make it look like anything. You're taking that long spine. You're staying extended through your legs. You're rooted through your feet for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and lift it back up. Let's find the warrior for 2 breaths here. Big inhale. And an exhale. One more. And out. Good. Shift the weight towards your back foot and then turn the front toes in. So now both toes face forward, come into wide leg forward fold. Good. And just start to shift your hips side to side here. Let your head and shoulders go. You can nod it out. Might even find a fun little dance move there. Nodding as you shift. Find some rhythm. Find some structure. Good, and then walk yourself over toward the right side, bend into that right knee, find a little extension. Maybe you can lift up through your torso so you're reaching the spine nice and long, and then walk it back over to the opposite side, bend into that knee, nice and long through the spine, breathing deep. Good. Take it all the way back to center. Now we're going to take the right hand underneath your face and then lift your left arm up toward the sky. So really opening. Maybe you can turn your top palm forward so it's facing the same direction as the crown of your head, chin coming down. If you want to really open up through the heart, press down through your grounded hand and squeeze it out toward the pinky finger. Breathe into your foundation. Feel your feet and even out the weight between each one. And then feel all four corners root down, sealing down the outside edges of your feet. I know it's a long hold. One more big breath. Good. And then exhale, bring it down. Float your opposite wing up toward the sky. Maybe turning that palm forward to open the shoulder even more. Maybe pressing down through your grounded hand and squeezing it out toward the pinky side of your hand to open the heart a little bit more. Ground down through your foundations, push into your heels, lengthen up through the backs of your legs. Big deep breath. That's the cherry on top. And then just let it come on down. Good. And then let your spine release. And we'll go ahead and grab onto eyes of the elbows here so that the whole spine can just decompress. You might want to rock yourself forward and back here. If you're feeling any tension in the neck, bring the chin a little closer toward the chest. Find that long neck. Maybe taking your rocking side to side. Nice. Okay, we're going to walk ourselves toward the front foot and then come on down back into your tabletop. And this time we get to play a little bit in our table. Keep it as stable. It's going to be stable, but we're going to flow some current through it. So we're going to drop the belly, lift your chin, open your throat for cow, and then round it up for cat. Inhale into cow. Really press your heart forward. Press away from your hands and round it up into that cat. One more time, just like this. Cow, dropping the belly, full breath into the belly. And round it out. Good. Come on back to the center there. Now we have a big balance challenge here, and if it doesn't resonate for you, no worries. But you can extend your right leg back and your left leg forward. If that's too much, keep the left hand down. If this works, take a big inhale. Exhale, bring the knee in. And you can round the spine. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, and out. Good. And then go ahead and just let it go. Let's swirl the hips around in a circle 3 times. Good. And opposite way. Really get into it. Really enjoy yourself here. And come on back to center. All right, we're going to take it opposite side. So extending that left leg back. Maybe we can add on the balance challenge, reaching that right arm forward. Taking that big inhale. And exhale, bring it in. Inhale long. Exhale, bring it in. Last one. And bring it in. Good. Dropping it down. Take those hip circles. You can come all the way over your hands. You can play with the cat-cow spine as you circle. So make it fun, make it playful. And other side. One of the things I really like about my masculine aspects is they just go, they just do it, and they really only think of one thing at a time. So I had the privilege, come onto your glutes, of taking apart my door frame because it was wrecked, and it was so fun to actually get a saw and just like sawing on my door, and I'd never gotten to destroy something like that. It was incredible. So go ahead and extend the left leg out long if you haven't already, and I'm going to take that left hand to the inside of the leg. Keep your spine nice and tall. Go ahead and open that arm up toward the opposite side and then bring it over towards your extended leg's foot. Anchor down through your right hip. Reach up through your right fingertips. Good. We're just going to barely tilt this downward now. and reach the arm forward. Ground that hip down. Press down through the backs of both of your legs. Good, and then bring it all the way up. Nice. Let's go ahead and switch it out. So now, right hand coming to the inside of the right leg. Go ahead and open yourself up. Reach that opposite arm up and over. You can come down to the forearm if that feels good. You can even grab onto that extended leg's foot if you would like. Grounding down through your left hip, reaching up through your left fingertips. Open through the side body. And then tilt it slightly down. Reach the fingertips forward. Use that breath to really invigorate you. Good. And then we'll come all the way up. Nice. So we're going to take some very energizing breaths here. And I want you to think of having three spaces that we're going to be filling with this breath. So we're going to be filling the belly. We're going to fill the lungs, like the rib cage. You're even going to think of the backs of the lungs. And you're going to fill up your head. So let's do one where we just isolate these specific places. And this is really fun because this helps us get very targeted, even though the breath that we actually end up with is going to be much more layered than this. So go ahead and just breathe into your belly. You can take your hands onto your belly. Make your belly as soft as you can so that you can really let all that oxygen get in there. And we're going to hold that breath. Start to very slowly release it like you've got a balloon and you're just barely letting the air out. Good. Go ahead and take a reset breath. Just breathe in and out. Nice. So you can take the backs of your hands onto your rib cage here, and that'll actually help to release any inflammation around your heart space. So that'll be really nice. Breathing into the rib cage, into the backs of the lungs. Let the heart float. Holding that breath. Let yourself settle as you have the breath suspended. So all the muscles can settle down. And then go ahead and slowly let the air out. Good. Let's take the hands onto our head here. Just really gently framing your temples with your palms. And breathe up into your head space. Hold the breath. Slowly let it go. Really good. Go ahead and take your hands just onto your knees. Give yourself a moment to integrate that. Good. Now we're going to take 30 charge up breaths. It's going to be fun. So you're going to breathe into your belly, ribcage, head. That's just one sweeping breath, okay? No worries, like there's no wrong way to do it. So just plug into yourself, engage with yourself. I'm going to go ahead and switch out whichever leg you have in front. Or you could take a staff pose if that's more comfortable. Maybe a wide leg pose will give you a little more stability as you're doing this. So just get comfortable and focus on the breath. Ready? It's going to be belly, rib cage, head, and out. We're going to keep going. 29 more breaths. Belly, rib cage, head. And release. Fully in, fully out. Fully in, fully out. Really charge up. Feel the lightness. Breathe into the lightness. Let go of anything that's heavy or not serving. Because we're here to serve, but we can't if we're too heavy. And this is where we fill our vessel with the spirit, with that oxygen, with the life force. Just keep it going. 10 more. Breathe into lightness. 2. Last one. And hold. Release. Pause at the bottom. Be soft, even in your emptiness. Whenever you need to, you can breathe in or you can hold for a few more seconds, just going a little deeper. Good. Nice. Okay. We're going to come down onto our backs. You can keep your knees up toward the sky. So it's kind of like a bridge, but it's really a resting position. So you can take the knees in toward one another and just let them knock together gently. Eyes can close. And now we're going to do a very contained breath. We're counting the breath. We're going to count 4 counts for the inhale, 4 counts for the suspension, where you're just holding the breath and circulating it, 4 counts as you breathe out, and 4 counts as you hold it out. Now, these are your counts, so it's totally fine to go faster or slower than my tempo. We're going to do 4 rounds of this. So I'm going to count it, but if you're doing it on your own and you're going a little bit faster, then just stay with that pattern. It's 4 counts for the inhale, 4 count hold, 4 counts for the exhale, holding empty for 4 counts. Okay, so here we go. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Suspend, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. And hold, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Last one. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, suspended. 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Holding empty. 3, 4. Good. Just breathe normally. You can close your eyes if they weren't closed already. Just notice the sensations in your body. Good. You can start to bring your knees up toward your chest. Breathe nice and deep here. Good. We're going to take the arms out into a T. The knees can come up over your hips. And then start to take those legs over toward the left side and hover them. Take a big inhale. Good. And then breathe out. Bring the knees back to the center. Take an inhale to prepare. Knees float over toward the other side. Hovering them. Breathing in. Good. And take the knees back to the center. Good. Knees can come back into your chest. Maybe grab onto your legs and just rock yourself around. We can also provide a little bit of support for the shins, just grabbing onto the shins. And then you can circle the knees around so the sacrum gets a little massage. Use that breath to make it even more powerful. Switching out directions if you're taking that circling option. Good. Coming back to the center. Take the feet back down to the ground and then go ahead and cross one arm over the other and reach to opposite sides. So your right arm's reaching over toward the left side, your left arm's reaching over to the right side, and you're squeezing and reaching. And then bring it all the way back up, reach up toward the sky, and then switch it out. Whichever one was on top is now below. Reach, squeeze. Breathe. Good. Okay, let's take the left hand onto the heart, right hand onto the belly. You can extend your legs out for Shavasana. Feel free to take any other poses or stretches if you need them to get comfortable. But we're really just going to start asking ourselves, we're going to ask ourselves one question. And we can just let the answer come to us. We'll know it when it comes. Where can I develop more skill in my life? So we're releasing that question now and just letting it go completely. Let your body relax. You are still in Shavasana. I'm going to come up to cue you. Let yourself sink down. Feel the back of your body melting into the earth and the earth rising to support your body. Feel your breath coming in naturally. Feel it moving out. Exchanging air, oxygen, carbon dioxide with the atmosphere around us. It's a simple cycle. We're letting go and we're receiving. We're emptying and we're filling. Again and again. And we always get to choose the pace. But the cycle remains the same. We choose to nurture and nourish ourselves. We choose to share that nourishment with others. We choose to fill up and we choose to let go. We hold nothing back. I'm going to let my voice go quiet for about 30 seconds. Just follow your breath. Follow the sensations of your body. And when or if your mind starts to wander, you gently, ever so gently, bring it back, call it back. Remember. Let those words that you need to hear come to you now. And then savor whatever that was that you heard. Really receive it. Let it absorb. You can gently begin to move your fingers and your toes. Maybe let your nose glide side to side. You can take your hands and just roll them around your wrists. You can do the same thing with your feet around your ankles. Waking your body in whatever way resonates with you, in whatever pace you need. Might like to take a good morning stretch, reaching the arms up overhead, reaching the toes nice and long. You can give yourself a good hug, maybe grab on behind your shoulder blades, maybe a little massage, a little adjustment, squeezing those shoulders down, reaching the crown of the head up. You can roll onto one side and use your arm as a little pillow. When you're ready, gently press yourself back up to seated. You can keep your chin low, keep your eyes closed. Feel your whole body. Feel yourself in this moment. There will never be another moment like this one. And I'd invite you to hold someone in your heart right now who may need some encouragement or some compassion or blessing. Just hold them. Bless them. May you be happy. May you be safe. May you be free. the light and the love and the teacher in me sees and honors the light and love and teacher in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful rest of your day.